Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
If you were a kid in the early 2000s and you played video games, then chances are NBA Street Volume 2 is one of your favorite early 2000s games of all time. NBA Street Volume 2 was made 2 years after the first one, and they honestly improved that shit. That game was full of fun, and I think the funnest part for me was being able to create my own player and go from city to city busting ass. And the biggest thing was that they brought and had new main bosses.
At the top of the pile, as you would have imagined, in the finals, bonafide. Chicago, it don't matter. Foster Beach, you gotta come in and play hard. Oh man, it's getting hot. Osmosis here, ready to take over the game, ready for the fame. It's Ozzy.
They totally changed the game with the Game Breaker 2. Literally added more moves that you could watch your player get his ass baked by some random ass street player. New street legends like Osmosis and Biggie Little were ridiculous. Like for real, if you played this on the hardest level, then you probably threw your controller a couple times because this shit was not a joke. And you couldn't just buy a bunch of different skill points and shit just to make your player better like they do today. Yeah, if you was getting that ass whooped, then you might just have to cut it off and come back for a couple more days. That usually works.
Walking out, crossover, snapping ankles. You hear what I'm saying? Listen to me. Make your move. NBA Street Volume 2, ready to eat for everyone.
Introducing new characters. Street Volume 2 would also let you play with Bobito loudmouth ass, but I can't lie to you, that man was a bucket. The gameplay and graphics would really reflect the times. Big ass clothes for the players, bro. This motherfucker had plenty of players with cornrows. And if you lived in that time, you know that's exactly what people were wearing. Big clothes and cornrows. Everything was authentic as hell. Street Volume 2 was perfect for me because it, again, reflected the times. It reflected the culture. And if you were someone of the culture back then you know And1 Street Ball mixtape tour was so big and something of the culture. Almost bigger than NBA games. It was pretty much how I learned to hoop. So introducing this game at the time made me go crazy. I mean that. Like I played this game every day, all day until I beat it. Didn't even like leaving the house if it wasn't necessary. Street Volume 2 had more of everything, and you can still feel the love that they put into this game.
I reminisce.
Hearing that brings joy to my heart as a gamer, and it's all because Street Volume 2 had one of the best gaming soundtracks of all time. And the soundtrack might be the reason why you loved it. Come on, man. When you heard that, you knew it was time to hit a motherfucker with that Game Breaker 2. Have them mad as hell. It's one soundtrack that when the music plays, you don't mind it, because if it's annoying, or it's just not memorable enough, or it just doesn't match the vibe, I'll hit mute and play the whole game like that.
You might catch me on the road.
Being a pure masterpiece, it is easily the best street game EA made and a top arcade experience. Playing this multiplayer experience made me break controllers, and I know it caused many arguments and fights with whoever picked up the controllers. The whole NBA Street or EA Street brand was great because it wasn't trying to be realistic or mimic any other game. It set out to be great, and it achieved that. And sadly, because the gaming world is pretty much based off greed, I don't think there'll ever be another game like this. When you played this, you had to get that shit out the mud. If you sucked, then you had to keep playing until you got better and kept winning. Hyper monetization of games today takes away from the fun.